It's finally here. Octomore 15.3. I cannot be any more excited than I am right now. If you watched my 2024 wishlist video up here, you know that this was on it. And it's probably the one I wanted the most. I cannot believe I have it right now. Let us review this amazing peated whiskey. Yep, I'm finally going to review another whiskey. It feels like forever since the last one. So, we got Octomore 15.3 today. Comes in at a staggering 307.2 ppms, and the 8.3 was 309, so not that far behind. 61.3% alcohol, 5 years old, using ex-bourbon and Oloroso sherry butts. 100% Islay barley coming from McTaggart's field from the Octomore farm in Islay. Like I said, I am so excited for this bottle. I am a Bruichladdich fangirl, so there could be some bias here. Just give a little asterisk for you there. But look at that bright golden color. This is going to be so delicious. I cannot wait to review this. Hope you enjoy the review as much as I enjoy this whiskey. And as always, cheers. Okay, let's start nosing the second peatiest whiskey ever in my new grappa glass. I think this glass is a little more fancy looking, but it has the big bowl and the narrow neck, which is great for smelling and tasting spirits. You don't just have to have Glencairns, just anything that has like a narrow neck. Anyway, smell this bad boy. That's 307 ppms. Oh my goodness, it does not smell like that at all. Now remember, they peat the malt, they don't peat the whiskey. So after you peat the malt, there's a lot of stuff they can do during distillation, usually during the fermentation process. So Bruichladdich has always been magical with a lot of their stuff, but this is actually a truly, truly soft, bright smoke. It is a kind of a subtle layer. It's not overbearing at all, which you would think so considering how much peat is in here. Very, very bright floral, some citrus aspects, maybe some lemon and honeysuckle popping in there. You guys might think I'm making this up, but it is absolutely one of the brightest noses I've had in a while. I'm not getting a whole lot of sweet profiles coming through with the ex-bourbon and the sherry, but I'm getting a lot of grains right now. Probably more grains than peat, which is just kind of crazy. And I have had a couple of drams of this. This would be my third one, so you know it's not the neck pour. It has oxidized for a little bit. I got this delivered probably 4 days ago, so I know relatively new bottle. But yeah, I can almost not even detect the smoke. So right now, because it's an Octomore and from Bruichladdich, I definitely want to drink it. But the nose right now leaves a little bit to be desired as far as I go with an Octomore or just the Bruichladdich distillate itself. It's pleasant, it's bright, it's floral, it's grainy, it has some citrus aspects to it that I like. I kind of wanted some more smoke out of it. For that, I'll give the nose a 4 just because it is a very clean smell. It has a lot of nice layering to it. I don't get a whole lot of the smoke, which is what I look for when I get a 307 ppm to Islay. So yeah, the nose is going to get a 4 for that. And I'll probably come back to it while I'm drinking the thing and just get more flavors out of it. But just right now, super clean distillate. Very, very smooth, very inviting. And for as high as ABV it is and how high of ppm it is, I am actually just floored as to how kind of just soft and bright this thing is. No real smoke or ethanol. It's just super smooth. So anyway, let's try and drink this thing now. Okay, the most peat ever on the channel so far. Let's see. And there's the smoke. But again, it is not as much as you would think it is. I would dare to say an Ardbeg 10 or a Lagavulin 16 would have a profile that tastes more peated. Just because, again, Bruichladdich makes just an insane distillate, and they do a lot of, again, magical things here. The sherry and the ex-bourbon definitely help with that. That was a super warm, thick, kind of viscous mouthfeel that I loved there. The smoke kind of dissipates. It really sets on the back of your tongue there. Very, very meaty on that first sip. Not as meaty as I would say one of my Ardbeg 10s I have. But definitely a lot of that just sausagey bacon fat, nice brine there, almost like just a pan after you finish cooking that. It's just very, very nice. And what I'll say is What's happening now is, the best way I can describe this is, it's almost like it's a bubble, and the bubble is just the smoke, and then you pop it, and all the good flavors are inside of it. The smoke kind of takes a back seat here, which is crazy to say just because how much peat is here. But again, this is just a magical thing that they do. And right there, I'm getting a lot of orange, a little graham cracker custard going on there. It's actually very sweet, much better on the palate than it is on the nose. The nose almost, I won't want to say hollow, but it didn't give me that, oh my gosh, 307 ppm Octomore going in here. So like, I'm happy I'm getting that meaty, salty, smoky influence there. But then the ex-bourbon and sherry comes and shines through and brings in the fruit and the sweet aspects to it. Really has a nice tandem there. Layers over itself, sits its teeth right into your tongue. It digs in. Finish is going to be super warm, and I'm gonna say really oaky and smoke influence. A little bit of vanilla on that finish. I'm gonna do a third sip here. Just a very, very, very good whiskey. So I'm gonna give the Palate a 4.75. Not quite a 5 here. I don't know if I've given some of the other Octomores a 5. I might have given my 10-year a 5, but that was like younger GC and not this version of GC. I'm a little more matured, if not. But yeah, there's just something missing here, and it's not like it's a bad thing. 4.75 is very, very good. This is a great whiskey. I don't know what it would be to be a 5, but I know that when I taste it, I would know what it is. So I'm gonna give the Palate a 4.75. Check out that finish. So I'm giving the finish a 5. I mean, like I always say, I love a long finish. And if I know anything about just what this is gonna give me, 61.3% alcohol, 307 ppms, 5 years, so kind of young. It's just digging itself into my tongue. And the more that I sit here and talk, it's just ash, like a nice ash. Ash with some fruit, some vanilla, and meat. It is just really, really nice. And again, it's that smoke bubble. You pop it and all the good stuff is inside. And it sits around for like 3, 4, 5 minutes just for like one sip. It's just very, very nice and pleasant. This is an absolute session dram because you don't have to sip this thing fast. It's smoky, it's high ABV, it's got a big flavor, and it's just, I can't get it off my tongue, and I love that about this. So I think I'm gonna give the finish a 5 there, so let's go on to the value. If you saw my video about the Octomore releases up here, you know that I was impulsive as crap and bought it online before it got to the States. I didn't want to wait because I'm dumb. So I spent probably 300 or so USD just because of shipping. But this 700 milliliter bottle for me was like $220, which is not bad, but then you get the shipping involved. So I have a friend, Scotch Father, he got 2 bottles and I'm pretty sure he paid about $270 for it. Now again, Octomore always demands a premium price. That's because limited release usually means higher price out the get-go, but Bruichladdich does kind of have a premium pricing model. However, there's a lot of peat that goes into here. There's a lot of alcohol content that goes in here. So just those 2 things also are gonna make it go higher. I think it could still be a smidge lower, but because I love Bruichladdich, I love Islay, and I love peat, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to say that it's worth it. So I'm gonna give the value just a 4.5. It's gonna sound a little high, but again, Octomores are just such a different beast. If you're a peat head, if you're an Islay head, you just understand what I'm talking about here. There's not many other peated whiskeys that come out every year that I get so excited for. It's just every year I'm like, let's go, what's the new release gonna be? And it's just awesome. So I do think it's pretty worth it. If it was over around the 350 mark, you know, just when it's in the States, I'd say probably no, but under 280, that's not bad. So I'm gonna give the value a 4.5. Let's look at that overall score. So if my math is correct, and if it's not, I'll change it on the screen. I think it's at 18.25. Great score, great whiskey. Again, if you're a peat head, definitely try and find this bottle. The .3s of the Octomore releases are generally like the best, but they're definitely the most sought after. For me, I've only ever had the 0.1s, so I definitely wanted to get the 0.3 this year, and I'm happy I did. Again, the 307 ppms is just something I was like, yes, let's go. There is diminishing returns on how much peat content you can actually taste, but who cares? It might be a little gimmicky, but you know what? If it's the second peatiest whiskey ever, I'm gonna add that to my shelf. So I know who's gonna hate this, my wife. So let's see her squirm with this whiskey in her mouth. Okay, haven't had a review in a while, so haven't seen her in a while. I am sorry, you're about to hate what's in that glass. 307 ppms, that's probably triple what you've had as far as smoke in the past. So, here you go.
Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna like this.
Nope, let's watch her squirm.
Okay.
That's just raw. That's just raw. I love it. Is that the worst one you've had yet?
Oh, that's so bad.
It's so bad?
That's so bad.
It's the bottom of the list, at the very bottom.
That's not.
It's vile.
That's not good.
Not good. Okay.
No.
We knew that was gonna happen, but that's okay. I just more for me. But anyway, like this video, give it a like. Not subscribed yet, make sure you do. It's one of the best ways to support me. There's one other way. There's a join button right down here that goes directly to me. Helps me buy more whiskey like this just for you guys and extra cool stuff. But as always, see you guys next time, and cheers.